Hello everyone, test. 1 2 1 2. That's working. Just turn off the sound of that bad boy. Everything seems to be working well. Hope everyone's well. Playing a bit of Broken Sword, the Shadow of the Templars today. Why not? Because yeah, it's been a while since I've played any games on the old YouTube, and I thought, yeah, point and click. Can't go wrong with it. Just gonna prep myself and get ready. What I can do actually, let's make it a bit more exciting on this start screen. Before we do anything, let's go with this one. All right, let's. There we are. Nice. Nice and squished. Let's just disable that one there. Hope everyone's well, if you're watching. If not, well, I'm sure I'll see you sometime. Just quickly doing a bit of a test right now. To see if I can get certain things working. Boom. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I think, without further ado, I'll have to jump straight to the game. Hopefully somebody's watching by now. If not, it's alright. It's fine. Just gotta make sure the game is actually working. Just turn it off as well. There we go. Lovely jubbly. I've got to put director's cut, but who's going to complain? Who's going to quibble about that?
Paris, city of love, romance and dreams. So they say. I used to say it too, but ever since that day, the day of the murder, I've always associated my beloved Paris with death.
Death! Now, it's been a while since I played this. I think I played it for about 20 minutes before. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm not sure the chat's working, but we'll work on that.
I was at home having a bath when my editor called.
Hold on again. Let's just turn it off.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royal now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon.
Yes,
no
the
photos, so leave your gear
Pierre.
at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
So charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe. He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty.
There we go. It's bothering me. There we go.
Whoa! I hate mimes, but unless you humor them, they don't go away.
Don't trust that mime. Look at him. So sinister.
Here I was, the palace of the Media King and the Ice Queen. I pressed
The Media King and the
doorbell
ice cream.
and set in motion
Delicious.
a chain of events which would change my life forever.
Yes? What is it?
Madame, my name is Nico Collard. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up, we're on the first floor.
Madame Carchon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
She's just
Ice
rude.
Queen was certainly living up to her reputation.
That's a perfect
Will you
circle
be
for somebody with
staying for the interview?
his hand.
Mademoiselle,
Could use that whole radio.
I know little of my husband's
motion.
business affairs, and I care even less. I certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty. You're too kind, madame.
The mime, on the other hand, oh no.
The talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle Collard. Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre,
Floozy.
please. But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father, he never mentioned.
He and I were very close. And then his death. So tragic. I must... Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again. Another Ming vase, I suppose. Excuse me for one moment, my dear girl.
That smile is creepy as.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame.
I was going to say something similar to this.
That was no cat.
God, what?
Mon Dieu!
Monsieur Garçon!
Why would she fall for that?
He's dead. I must call the police. You'd better stay here.
There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
Ha!
No wonder they called her the
Funny.
Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects if I hadn't seen the attacker myself. And
Oh,
if
Ice
I
Queen,
hadn't come
ice
across
cream.
a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Coulard, alone at the scene of the crime. Should I wait for the cops? Or start my own investigation? It was a no-brainer.
Just wait for the cops. Alright. Let's have a look. What you got, mate?
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. I'd come across this murderer before, and written about him. The costume killer, at least that's what I'd called him. It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It must have fallen when I was knocked down.
Yeah, just your favourite hair clip.
I
Yeah, look in your
closed his
eyes.
eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
I mean, yeah. Oh, there's one here.
Some people hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend. In his
Right.
pocket, I found a ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
Yeah. Anything else?
I opened his eyes. Best to leave the crime scene as I found it.
Yeah, you do that.
I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor.
It's like he's blinking.
I closed his eyes. I opened his eyes. Best to...
Right, anything else? Anything in your hand, mate?
Carchon had been shot.
We know. We just saw it. What we got so far? Okay.
Carchon had been shot.
Yep. I think that's it, right? Yeah, I'll keep your eyes open, mate. Oh. Yeah, I know that. Already done it, mate. Already done it.
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
Okay. Let's have a look at everything else first. Well, actually, where is the vase?
A
That's
bust
the question.
of Pierre Carchon, humble servant of La France. Pierre Carchon again. His eyes seemed to follow me around the room.
They'll do that.
It contained rows of titles I didn't recognize. A small round piece of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job. I didn't want to cut myself and leave blood on the glass. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to keep my DNA to myself.
You do that. Step over the glass.
The killer must have used a ladder to reach the window. He was long gone. Guess he folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket and took it with him.
Okay. So we have, I think, everything in here. Is that going to be the body again?
Pierre Carchon was stiff for the last time.
Alright. I think... We'll check. I think that's all.
The police could turn up at any minute. Somewhere there were clues to the murder,
There's lots
and
of
I
clues to
needed
the
to
murder.
find them.
Let's go thieving.
I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful. Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
Alright.
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff.
Just making it too
Instead
easy.
of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why? Because there was something going on here, and I had to get answers
Welcome in,
before the
Papa.
cops arrived. And hey, she'd been rude to me, so she had it coming.
Yeah, she's rude, so we're gonna steal her stuff. Bring it up. Gonna thieve everything. Hello, little one. What's the matter? Hold on, guys. What's the matter? You're right. Yeah. It's been nosy. Okay, the dog's decided to sit next to me. Alright, so we've actually got whatever that was. I didn't really check. Let's have a look.
A
See if we can have
medieval
browse.
pageant. Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune. A magnificent antique table. It was a tube of acrylic paint. French ultramarine. Just the colour I was after for my bathroom.
I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone is...
Stealing.
Young lady, what are you doing?
Oh, this paint. It's my favorite color.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that.
Don't tell her, she'll just scream at you. How dare you tell me I've got talent?
The tapestry must have cost a fortune.
Dog's decided to lick my head right now. I have slobber in my eye. It's not pleasant, but I'm going to keep going.
The door was locked.
Is it, though?
A modern key on an antique door. It wasn't going to...
You don't know that. Didn't even try, did you?
It was going to take more than a hair clip to open the door.
Okay, let's see what we've got. A random key that is modern. We've got...
The cloth was embroidered with an unusual symbol. It was a boat ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. When I was a little girl, Papa used to take me on the Bateau Mouche as a treat.
a boring childhood you had. Alright.
A fine Baroque door. It would look great in my apartment.
What kind of house do you live in? Hold on, mate.
There was no one I needed to phone. Not until I had solved this case. Even the telephone was antique.
Yeah.
Never trust anyone who owns a phone like that. Imelda looked shocked, but still every bit as hostile.
Sounds about right. Seems the sort.
Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
I want to talk to you about the mime.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start.
Oh, the floozy.
I am so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
You're all
Not true.
We
cold-blooded.
shall see.
How did your husband know my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Collard?
Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
I mean, she's not painting a good picture, is she really? Not gonna lie on this one.
The last thing she needed to talk about was paint.
You don't know that. It might make her feel better.
Would you like to see my favourite hair clip?
What a ridiculous question. Of course not.
Huh. Another time, I guess.
I mean, she might be a collector of hair clips. We don't know. It was in there. It might have got knocked out of her hair. We don't know. She might have stolen it. She might have planted it as evidence. We don't know. It's all starting to make sense now.
So?
Exactly.
Her
Ridiculous
husband
question.
took secret
Of
boat
course she
trips.
does.
Did she really need to see the ticket?
Yes.
You're upset, madame. Please take this.
That is the lace cloth from the table. What can you be thinking?
Just thieving your stuff?
Imelda might
And
not
hello,
have been
Manda,
so
I
cool
would
with
say.
me
Hello.
poking around if I'd shown her the key I'd found.
Yeah, let's...
Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
Such a-
No.
so arrogant.
Frankly, I preferred it that way. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just because I am a journalist.
Don't patronise me. You're all cut
Oh,
from the
she
same
needs a slapping.
cloth. Do you have any moral
She
sense
needs a
at
slapping.
all?
For being so arrogant. I am an innocent, pure lady. For the devil.
I certainly don't let it get in the way of a good story.
I admire your loyalty to your profession.
The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre
And
and
no
I
friends.
were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
I know one thing, madame.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police.
Why? How do I know I can trust you?
You can't. Bung and play innocent.
Your husband invited me here today because he needed me. I think he knew somebody wanted to kill him, and he knew I could help.
I doubt it was your database he was after.
You're wrong. I was onto his killers already, I am sure of it. Please, you owe it to him.
I don't know.
All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come.
I think perhaps you do have a moral sense. Of sorts.
Yes.
You're not a very good liar, Nico Collard. And perhaps Pierre really did think that you could help. Of course it wouldn't have
It's not
stopped him
Collard, it's
seducing
Collard.
you too.
Collard.
Here, take this.
Gah.
It's the key to the drawing room next to the library at the end of the hall. It was Pierre's room. I rarely went in there. I couldn't. I was too scared of what I might find.
Okay. It's either that or it's because you're a lady and he would have beaten you within an inch of your life. I
promise you
don't know
won't
with this
regret
game.
this.
It's old-fashioned. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's go. Let's nab the old random key. 3 loops.
Now we were getting somewhere.
Should have sent the door home with you again. Alright. So again, we don't have the broken pottery. Where's that gone?
As expected, the desk was yet another priceless antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision.
Yeah,
I didn't
why?
want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it. The in tray, like everything else in this place, was beautiful. One day I was going to have an in tray like that, even if I had to sell my apartment to pay for it. I didn't need a sheet of blotting paper. Not while it was blank.
Oh, there's a hint.
It was a sheet of blotting paper in a leather holder. Its cracked surface looked ancient, reminded me of its owner. My heart skipped a beat.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
It was a carved elephant. But not just any carved elephant. It had been made by my father. I knew for certain because in my apartment I had its exact twin.
And steal it?
Into a box he had made. So Carchon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved
Good.
elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda.
She probably knew nothing about it, apparently. You know, she's just doing stuff. I mean, I've got to do something with this route. I don't really have anything... Oh, hang on a second.
The paint would have just soaked into the blotting paper.
Alright, so I
But
need
the
something
idea was
wet.
good.
Okay.
It was a sheet of...
Yeah.
It was a sheet of
yeah.
blotting paper in a...
Yeah. Alright. So we've got all this. There's got to be something else around.
This wasn't the time for me to lie on this sofa doing my Marie Antoinette impression, though it is very popular at parties, especially with gay guys. Don't ask me why.
I won't.
The painting showed the Cachons together, in love. As the poet said, the past is a different country. Or did I read that in a fortune cookie?
I mean,
The painting was
both
attached
viable
firmly
options.
to the wall.
Alright.
There was the very faintest of clicks.
Open up. Let's have a look. Is there anything else here before we continue? Can't really do that just yet. Not gonna lay on the sofa. Not yet.
Locked. Not surprising, really.
Okay. Can we use that random key again?
It didn't work, but I guess it would have been surprising if it had.
Not really. Not really. I can't see a problem.
I didn't need the lights on. It was light enough already.
Okay. Let's ignore that. Kind of want to play Discord now.
This wasn't the time for me to lie on this sofa, though it... The sofa was antique. For one horror, I had an image...
Right, there was a click.
Behind the picture was a safe. The safe was locked. I needed the key.
And guess what I have? Amazing.
In the safe was some kind of artifact. There were strange symbols on its surface.
Made in
It
Taiwan.
looked like the printer's blocks I'd made at art school. If there was one thing I'd learned about symbols, they are always important. But these symbols scratched into stone were impossible to read. I needed to find a way of printing them. At least the stone was round. But what could I use for ink?
What
And
could you
what
use
could I
for ink,
print on?
surely?
Sure, I was stealing, but I knew Imelda didn't know about the artifact, and Carchon was past carrying.
No, I don't know what's happened with the chat, honestly. I don't know what's happened with the video chat. It's in the comment section, which is why I can read it, of course. I can try and put it up, see what happens. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Ah, there you go. It is actually working now. There we are. Okay. Now the next time you say something, it should pop up. It should. Alright. What we're going to do is, right, we're going to do this. We're going to get that. With that.
Putting the paint straight on the cylinder would be too messy.
Yeah.
The paint would go everywhere.
Alright.
I smeared the paint all over the cloth. I hoped this was going to... They don't...
It's going to work.
I wiped. It took me right back to art. Such a... Genius. The roller and the paint worked just as I planned.
No worries. Take your time.
But what did it say?
It said Flabanaha.
It was some kind of coded message. It read, sub judice. I may not have learned a lot as a journalist, but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts. Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense. I suddenly realized there was a connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie.
Oh,
the
there's a connection.
Conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient law courts. So, sub judice could in this case mean literally under the law courts, below the conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. This was
Yes,
a huge
eat the
story.
bark off those trees, young
It was
lady.
also one heck of a puzzle with a lot of pieces missing. But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it this time.
Were you, though? I don't think you were, darling. I don't think you were.
I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it. The in-tray.
Okay, so we can't really use it, but you could use it. But you can't use it. Got it. In you go. Off you pop. Alright, let's talk to the old bat.
Did you find anything useful?
This carving. Do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend. Something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No. But I think it was important to him. Always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I
Oh,
didn't know.
la-di-da, your
Murder.
father.
I will do everything I can to find the killer.
Thank you, my dear.
And if the police ask,
Don't worry. You were never here.
sub judice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the conciergerie, it would have to be from there.
I'm sure there is a way. Okay, let's get...
Canchon wasn't the type for
Let's
messing
come
about
talk
on the river.
Thank
He
you,
was
puppy.
up to something down here. Something that got him killed.
Yes. I bet it was her. Alright, what we got?
An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once. Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way.
Okay, nothing here. We've got stairs. I don't really need to use the stairs.
The fence wouldn't move. This fence was a permanent fixture.
Is it though? Is it? You're lying to me.
This fence wouldn't move either.
Okay, well I can clearly see there's a symbol there, and I'm guessing it's there. It's always out of sight, isn't it? You know what I mean?
cross
It's always
looked
out of
familiar.
sight.
I'd seen it before. It was embroidered on the lace cloth I'd picked up at Carchon's apartment. I knew I was on the right track.
Yes.
I tried pushing the fence, but it wouldn't move. A strange pair of locks stopped the latches from releasing the gate.
Let's have a look. Oh, you're one of these. Oh, wait, okay. Okay. Okay, that doesn't do anything. We can do that. Which means we can move these two down. And that's about it. Okay. Aha. Aha. Do that. Get that there. Bring that across. Bring that down. I'm probably doing this all wrong. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter at all. Okay. There.
Yes! One down, one to go.
Sounds phenomenal. You're doing really well here, darling. You're doing really well. Let's continue. Alright, yeah, we've just done exactly the same puzzle. We don't need to go through this whole rigmarole again. Oh, they can move over there. Okay. No! Okay. Okay. That doesn't really help the cause. We still need to move that one. So we do that. Which doesn't really help the cause, but if we hit it hard enough. That needs to be straight down. Can't go up, can go straight down, but we need to move that block out of the way as well. Which in turn means we have to move this one. Which means we have to remove this one, but we can't do that because these are in the way. Okay. But then that one needs to be out of the way, and we can't do that because that's in the way. Oh no! Okay. Bear with, bear with. Puzzles.
Nothing like a good convent education for honing your lockpicking skills.
Up? What do you mean up? Sorry. Oh, I already done it. Don't worry. Don't worry yourself.
For a room full of junk, that was one very sophisticated lock system. This place was definitely fishy. In more ways than one.
Okay, what have we got? We've got a boat.
Oops. An old shell case. I wondered what that was doing there.
Okay.
The brass case was smooth and perfectly round. Moving a skiff would only damage it more. I'd wrecked the skiff. Not that it was particularly seaworthy anyway. I really didn't want to pull the fence back up and risk trapping myself in this place.
Okay. Don't think there's anything else here. Let's have a look at the door.
No handle, nothing obvious. But there had to be a way to open it.
You see, there's a little thing on the side of it. You said nothing obvious, but there is something on the side of it, so there is something obvious.
The words sinister and Dexter were carved on either side, Now any good convent girl like me knows the old Roman for left, right, But what did it mean here?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
The hole was too small even for my little hand.
Alright. Oh, wait. There we are.
Mystery solved. Carchon's stone
Stage
cylinder slotted
sinister.
into the hole with a
It's a
satisfying
weird one, isn't it?
click.
There we are.
A satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe. Another click. Another step closer. I made a mistake. The lock reset.
Oh, okay.
A satisfying click. Another click. Another step closer. Oh no! I had to start again.
Right. Right.
A satisfying click. Another click. Another step closer.
I mean,
No handle.
I don't get it. Sinister and Dexter. I don't get it.
A satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe. Another click. Another step closer. I must have made a mistake. The mechanism reset.
Yes, we've already done this part, yeah. Another click.
Another click. Another step closer. Oh no! I had to start again.
So, I don't much understand the clue between Sinister and Dexter. Is there something I'm missing? Is there something... Oh, it's right there. Alright. Okay.
A satisfying... Another click. I love the sound of locks clicking open.
Oh my. Alright. I don't think there's anything else of use here. I tell you what, can we pick up that little tumbler? Probably not. Probably not. You can. Cool.
I removed...
Might come in handy later. We don't know.
Oh my god! The slab came down with a hell of a force.
Okay, just make sure there's nothing else in the room.
With nothing... Lifting the cross closed the entrance door. And also...
Okay, so
If I
I
was going to get a closer look at the panel...
I know. Just gotta see what I've got first. Is there anything I'm missing before we continue?
The panel wouldn't move.
Okay.
The panel was... Ut lex vel ut next sumito. To the law or unto death submit. I guess these people didn't believe in liberté, égalité, or fraternity. Yes, I'll admit it. I was a swot at school. I also wore lipstick.
Swat, you're a nerd. Let's stop with the nerdisms. Okay. Is there anything I can prop it up in here? That's a question. Probably not.
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. The stone cross
now it doesn't move.
was propped up.
When I used
Now
my
I
hands
was
before,
getting
it kind of closed down, right? But then I release my hands and it just stays there. That's something. All right, let's continue.
I touched the slot, which was good. This slot was designed for something. A round slot precisely carved into the stonework.
I hope not. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Shame. The shell case was too wide.
Shell case is too wide. I mean, what? Elephant!
The cylinder was doing a fine...
Maybe I need the
took
cylinder.
The cross looked...
Okay, let's prop it up again. Is there something I'm missing, like a stick?
Ut.
I know what you said there, darling. You said it before. I said it before.
I'd wrecked the skiff.
A running jump
Not
would be
that it was
good.
particularly seaworthy anyway. I really...
Well, I was curious about the stairs. Maybe just to run and get a stick.
I wasn't...
Don't tell me what you can't do. It's quite a nice view there, I might say. Right, there's literally nothing else here, right? Just have a little scan. You never know, I might find something random. No. Okay, so it has to be that I use the thingy here, right? Unless I can use a bullet casing. I can use a bullet casing.
The artifact slotted into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed.
Okay. Can I take the bullet?
I removed the cross didn't drop back down.
Okay.
The slab was too heavy. A hidden door. I was going...
So I have to do it again. Okay, but I don't need the bullet casing. Oh, no, don't go. Ah.
The gap was too thin for me to get a grip. I needed something thin enough to prise the door open.
I mean, it's pretty thin. Yeah, I thought as much. How about this key? We've got so many keys, we don't need them, do we? Surely. Trusty hairpin? Yeah?
I was going to need something a lot stronger than a hair.
No? Alright, at least you've got something going in there.
I removed the shell.
What's
case.
not thin enough, though? What's not thin enough, you know? Ah, the dog stepped to my leg. Smart, Papa. You're right.
The gap was too narrow. I needed something flatter to work into it.
Step on it. I mean, it's paper, it's flimsy, but...
No. No. No.
Why?
No.
Just racist.
I was going to need something a
She's
lot
not laying on my
stronger
legs
than a
right now,
hair
it's really
clip
hot.
to free the door. The gap was too thin for me to get a grip. I needed something thin enough to prise the door open.
What do I have that's thin enough?
A hidden door. This was getting in. No.
Yes.
No.
I'll try the shell casing again.
The gap was too narrow. I needed something flatter to work into it.
There you go. It's just too flat. It's not flat enough, sorry. Oh, I can save it. Nice. Unused. There you go. Why did that happen? Bear with me. There we go. I'm guessing I have to crush the casing in the door. Smush!
The stone slab had flattened one end of the shell case.
Wunderbar. Now, get your ass over there, open the door, stop being a pain in the neck, so we can continue. Yeah? Yeah.
I needed a gap for leverage.
She's being really awkward, isn't she? Alright, so the door is now locked, so we have to then... It's still good. It's still good. It's holding. It's holding. I wasn't expecting it to hold, but that's fine. Yeah, I just wasn't expecting it to hold, honestly.
The shell case.
It's all squished. Why would it? You know what I mean? In you go.
Another secret room.
So many secret rooms. Why? Why is that? Tell me why. Oh no, it's all reset. I was hoping it wouldn't be the case. Alright, fair enough. I was hoping it'd just be like, yeah, it's fine, it's open now forever. Alright, so put the bullet casing in. What's left of it. Put you in the door. Apparently we can't use you later on, so that's alright. What I can do is take the bullet.
I removed the shell.
And there we go.
Wow. Through the darkness, I could see that this was a stateroom. But for what purpose? And how did it tie in with Carchon?
I see something there.
Amazing! The thing still worked. The room lit up bright as day. It was an old circuit. That wasn't going to help. A door like that always has something important behind it. I had to find a way to unlock it.
I'm sure you would.
I wasn't going to find anything in this old desk. It hadn't been used for years.
You don't know that. You know, it's something that really bothers me. You don't know.
The flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear. Fascist regalia, a message of hate.
Oh. Alright, so this table's fine. What is her problem?
Inside the drawer, I found a note written in some kind of code. It was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at this desk.
And look, it's you.
Oh my god. The sheet was a printout with my personal information. Everything from my favorite food to my
I see what you
waist
mean.
size.
The desk was used
They
so
were right about
recently that it
chocolate.
must have
But come
something
on,
inside.
Guys. I'm a size 10. There was even a picture of me, taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big and organized. I was part of it, and people were getting murdered.
Hold on. The dog's in a weird position. Oh no. Ah, there we are. For a small dog, she gets everywhere. It's a weird one. Alright, let's see what we got. I mean, it can't be just right? It can't be like that. No, right? So. Actually, do I have anything on me? Probably not. There we are. Okay. I know, pup. It's hard life, isn't it? It's hard life. Ah, no. Well, I'm glad that's the case. I'm glad that's the case. It's important that somebody gets some life. I mean, that could be an S as well, I guess. Am I getting close? Okay. Hello, Papa. You doing? Yeah, that's better. Okay, that isn't the right one. Amada, it's almost you! Okay, so we've got that weird thing there. That's got to be a G, isn't it? Surely. Where are you? There. Okay, well I know that was his care. Okay. That one there. That one I don't know.
I had decrypted the note. It read, Pierre, full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July
Yeah,
are
that's
in
what I'm
danger.
thinking, you know.
Take great care.
What would you do in that situation? What would you do? What do I do? Just leave it. Bye! Anyway, we've got the message. What's in the cup?
The dregs at the bottom of the mug hadn't dried out or gone mouldy. It wasn't more than a day old.
Fresh. Fresh and mouldy.
This was the article I'd written about the costume killer. My suspicions were right. Canchon had cut it out. 2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume. A penguin, and then a snowman. But that wasn't the only link between the 2 murders. Both the victims had been big media do-gooders, and I proved they were just the opposite. So, how did they fit in with Canchon? My articles about the costume killer. My article.
Okay, so we've got
One.
everything. Alright. So, is there anything else?
Damn! Don't you just hate it when that happens?
No.
A photo, long lost, had fallen down the back of the drawer. It was very old, but there was no mistaking the guy in the foreground. Canchon. Behind
Canchon.
him were soldiers, a burning village, and a corpse. The photograph was cropped on the right-hand side. Somebody else in the picture obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. I wasn't surprised. This was Africa in the 60s. An uprising was being brutally suppressed. And here was Mr. Media himself, Canchon, doing the suppressing. The photograph was not just powerful evidence. It was also my ticket to one explosive story. I had enough for a story, an amazing story that was going to make my reputation and blow Canchon's to pieces. I needed to get home fast and start typing.
Hold your horses, darling. You jump to conclusions, I promise.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Nico, it's Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, you cracked open the champagne yet?
Are you crazy?
What's wrong? Wait a minute. You didn't print it, did you?
Course I didn't print.
That's the best piece I've written.
The last, as far as I'm concerned.
It's important.
It's suicidal. You can't destroy a national hero.
He deserved it.
His corpse isn't even cold.
Ronnie, 2 hours ago I told you what I'd found. You loved it. You begged me to write it up immediately.
2 hours is a long time in newspapers, Nico.
Someone's got to you, haven't they?
Listen
Oh.
up, Nicole, and listen good. Pierre Carchon had a lot of friends. powerful friends. For your own sake.
Forget what happened.
You got it. End of conversation. Good night.
Night, sweet cheeks. Right.
This should have been my big break, but I knew there was nowhere else to sell this story. If Ronnie wouldn't print it, nobody would.
Oh, boy, you. Oh, your boy,
Bonsoir, Collard.
Mademoiselle Collard, my name is Plantard. I need to talk to you about
Plantard, is
your
that your
story.
names, eh?
Your Pierre Carchon story.
How did you know about that?
There are people out there, madame, who will be very upset by this story.
Oh, really? Well, it's their lucky day. It's been spiked.
Yes, I know. We must meet.
We must?
I have information relating to your costume killer stories. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Café de la Chandelle Verte, Rue Alain Court. I shall be wearing a grey overcoat. You must talk to no one about this.
You can't tell me what to...
Tomorrow at 8. I'll be waiting.
Scary guy.
People complain about newspaper articles all the time, but not usually before they're printed. I was beginning to feel scared. This guy, Plantard, could I trust him? Should I meet him or forget the whole business? I didn't have an answer.
Café de la Chandelle Verte the next morning.
I'd
Oh, the
only
low
been in
pixel
Paris
count.
for a
Ah,
week.
my eyes.
But already I'd fallen in love with the city. My latest discovery was a little cafe, La Chandelle Verte. I was pretty sure the waitress was taking a shine to me. That old Stobart charm, I guess. Little did I know my reverie was about to be so rudely interrupted.
Buh. Teeth. Boom. See, this is the part I was talking to you about before. I remember this. He's not that handsome, is he? He looks old when he's young. It's so weird.
As I picked myself up, I was really angry. 1 minute I'm on vacation, the
he's
next minute
cross.
some clown's blown me up. I knew right away what I was going to do. I was going to find that clown and bring him to justice. Because justice matters. Justice is up there with liberty, and equality, and, fraternity. After all, that's why I'd studied law, wasn't it? Well, that, no, money, of course.
Tell you what, pick up this. Pick it up.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. The column was devoted exclusively to rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. The leading article referred... I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read, Salah Eddin, 1345. The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in cold blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman. The big story was about the brutal murder... The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman.
Right. Okay, so we've got Saladin. Alright. Keep it on you, mate. Yeah.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Do it, mate. Sort it out. Sit next to the table, have a cup of coffee, like nothing ever happened.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Oh,
Put that thing away, Sergeant Mou. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche. What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
I know, innocent American.
Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can. Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk.
Yeah, like
I
a
was
chump.
lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
He's French.
Did you see the
That's what they
deceased
do.
enter the cafe?
No, I don't care.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown
Yeah.
with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Like
Very
yours right
well.
now.
Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
That
And don't
police
cross
officer. Yeah,
the
him.
road
Look at him.
until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
It took so long to get a card. Why?
Thanks.
That is all.
It's a magic
You
trick,
may
I tell
go.
you.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
I wanna go.
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
All right,
Excuse
sweet
me,
treats.
mademoiselle?
Hi. My name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yep, that's right. On vacation in Paris. Some vacation, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out in front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with a hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded.
She's
You
a journalist.
weren't
She doesn't care how you
related to
feel.
him, were you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm Nika Collard from La Liberté.
What is that, some kind of nightclub?
Oh, no, it's a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. An eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that
stop
shook the whole of
being
Paris. You know,
you.
real-life drama,
Stop.
human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
A clown? It's him again.
I found this newspaper outside the cafe.
That
They
is
are
not
really
a newspaper,
close.
it's a gossip rag.
There's something written in it. Salah ad-Din, 1345.
It sounds like a betting tip. The name of the horse and the time of the race. What do you think?
Nah.
I don't think it is. That's too obvious. I wouldn't mind betting. This is a coded message.
It's a
jumping to
romantic
conclusions.
notion, but I don't
This.
think so.
It's a coded message.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
That guy's
Psychic
weird.
mind beams. Alright, we've got one last thing to go on.
Look, the inspector gave me his card.
Look, I got a card!
I didn't know his first name was Augustin. It suits him, I must say.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter.
No.
I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
Alright.
How did Plantard get your name?
Through the newspaper, La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Well, somehow the clown must have known about our appointment.
Why won't you tell me about the clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me.
Because
Isn't
I'm
that
nosy,
reason enough?
that's why.
I guess
Now tell me.
Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. I'll be on phone with you.
Fine. I'll see you soon.
OBN tot. Alright, let's see what we can do. Can we go inside yet?
Sergeant Moo?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure. I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so. Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any
He was
information
there when he
concerning
gave him
this
the
case.
card.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
Oh.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
It's all
Does
about
that
you,
worry
isn't
you?
it, George?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say. Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Right.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantard.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? The audio quality for the voice has gone really weird. It's gone from really crisp to, I think it's the right way over here. I don't know what's going on. It's really bizarre. All right. Well,
See you later, Sergeant.
mon Dieu. Let's see what we can do here. Anything else around now before we continue?
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence. I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was
nothing. We're going to go back in there and pick up the bottle soon, I think. Let me just steal your tools, sir.
Hey, stop that! Get away from there! What do you think you're doing?
I was admiring your toolbox.
Oh, wait? Had a good look, have you? I'm warning you, if you touch it, I'll crack your nut.
Okay, I get your point. Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You?
A terrorist?
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Alright, do you know...
Would you like to read my newspaper?
He may be handsome, but he's definitely
Don't
short
you
of
see I'm
you,
busy?
You could
few
read
things
it on
he's
your lunch
editing.
break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this! Damn bleeding heart liberals! Cha! Save the dolphins! Catch them and eat them, I say! All that fuss over a bunch of fish! Nah, that's more like it! Look at the size of those! Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Salah-ed-Din running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend! Bucephalus reborn, mon ami! Like a streak of lightning she is! Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
So he's gone from newspaper reading, which I didn't mean to make him leave. I'm just curious to know what he thought.
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful.
You don't seem to know a lot, George.
It was a metal rod with a...
Okay, is there anything else?
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Are you ready?
George.
Oh, hi.
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
See you.
Well, that was it.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door. The door was securely locked.
Oh, I hear a car. Okay, I have a tool. Who's holding a tool?
The clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I was intrigued by Nico and what she could tell me about the explosion.
Yeah, what else is in there, mate?
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
But there could be some vital evidence there.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
What does he want? He's just calling her up. What you wearing? Oh, he's weird. And he just said he wouldn't go into another trash can, but yeah, he goes and does it.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
Why?
I guess the clown had an escape over
Such
the
an
weekend.
American. Just breaks things.
I decided I...
Alright, let's continue. What we got here?
There was nothing of interest.
Alright, let's have a look. Alright, I think that's it. We need to open it, and we've got the tool for that now.
The cover was too heavy and...
Yeah.
It was an...
Yeah, but mate.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
In you go, mate. Oh, you got a nose.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
So we've gone from Nico, who's actually pretty, switched on, pretty sharp, to Nico, who's just, to George, who's just like, oh, this is a ball, it's a red nose. Oh, I can wear this ball, it's a nose. It's so jarring. Alright, we've got some stuff here, some tattered rags.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers. I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Zutele.
Hi there. Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
Shan't.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
That's exactly it, Amanda. He's just gone, I'll just get in people's way. Get in front of everything. Stop, George. Nobody likes you, really.
Terrorists. The meanest,
Terrorists.
nastiest, dirtiest bunch of guys you ever saw.
Ah, Englishmen without a doubt. The
Yeah.
filthy dogs. The day they opened
Englishmen with
that
the
tunnel
filthy dogs
was
and
a
the...
bad day for France. I tell you, if I still had the full use of my faculties, I'd march right over there and tell them so.
Well, whoever they are, they blew up the cafe.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu! That is awful.
The guy who did it was a calculating, cold-blooded killer. He was disguised as a clown. I followed him into the sewer, and I think he came this way.
Ah, mon Dieu! Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm just a tourist.
Exactly.
Most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
So rude.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never
Okay.
seen it before in my life.
I'm sure they did it on different days in different positions.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me?
Exactly.
Someone
I like
has
this guy.
emptied their nostrils
He makes
into
sense.
it.
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
Okay.
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
How about now?
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
So
Don't
lying,
apologize, monsieur.
destroying
You know,
property,
I had a feeling there was something
theft.
different about you. It is your
Any other things he's committed so far? It's only been 5 minutes into the game.
Yes. There is no mistaking the
Crazy.
bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
I have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the
that's not
jacket
as well.
I found. I'd recognize that pattern
Impersonating
anywhere.
a police officer. So he's got 4 criminal charges and it's only been 5 minutes in the game.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
Crazy.
Oh, he was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an arm lock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no! He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
Alright.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe
So many
7 months
So many things that are being said.
All week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
What?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I
Why
don't
is he
know,
starting to sound more
but the
Spanish
killer
now?
thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Alright.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where
Well,
did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
zing! Alright. So far, so good. Yeah.
I have to be going. Thanks.
Vraiment? Good luck, Inspector.
He's just gonna leave. Yeah.
So
Alright.
the clown had escaped into the sewer, come up in, and then slipped back. It wasn't much, but
I still reckon it's that annoying guy. I reckon it is. The police officer.
Hello? Who is this?
hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle?
It's only just
I
happened,
have no
George.
idea what you're talking about.
Nobody
You're cool,
knows.
Todrick, but I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Okay, how about this
You know
guy?
a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound.
You're trying to
of her
guilt trip him
husband's
into it.
key in the door.
Oh,
Junior
George.
is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Alright. I've got an eye on you, mate.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
That is your real name.
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Again.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it
You
wasn't
are?
easy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, shucks.
Why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some
That's it.
questions.
Just stop ringing, George.
Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder
George, she's
Carchon?
pretty, but that's not the
Why
point.
did Carchon ask for
She's
me
coming off as
to
a creep.
interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there. But who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
Alright. She's going to move her ass. Let's go. There's a few little things we can pick up, which is good.
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Alright.
You have no messages.
Aww. Elephant.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
Yes.
The box was one of the elephant.
So what we need to do is smash it open. That would work. Surely not. Okay. Then smash the box open. Guess I'm going to have to go back to that at some point. Nothing else there. Take your time, love. There you go.
My first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him.
just don't care, honestly. I don't care. You know, if you haven't had a boyfriend as loyal as him, then I just don't care. I don't care.
There wasn't anyone that I needed.
Alright, I think that's all in here. Let's have a quick check there. Yeah. Let's move on. Ah, babushka lady.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me. I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous.
Alright.
I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Right, do I have to go back in and find the bug? I think that's what I've got to do now.
So, where had my pretty new cousin hidden her little bug, eh? I was going to have to search everywhere.
Nah. Take a seat, chill off.
No bug. Just a 20-year-old piece of gum.
Okay. You can stop searching now, you know, you've been at it for a while. If nothing else under there, why are you still looking, you know? Just...
My first teddy. Never had undisturbed.
Alright, no bugs.
No messages for me. No one had hidden a bug on the machine.
I really do not know where we are going, but I pray to God that we are gonna get there.
It was a photograph of... They hadn't placed the...
How do you know? Now the cat's decided to sit on my mouse. What a fun little thing you are, eh? Yeah. You can know, it's alright. You're a good cat. Okay. There's gonna be a bug somewhere.
But that... The box was one of the few... The elephant on the lid... But that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent addition. Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
Got your tail. You do.
You don't
okay.
scare me. Espèce de...
Okay, bug's gone. Yeah.
You have no messages.
0 messages. So lonely. I don't know too, Mandark. I have no idea what that's all about. I won't post that into YouTube, but yeah, that's weird. Anyway, let's continue. Ooh, we can move around. Oh, we're already here. Well, let's continue down this road. Okay, nothing here. Alright. Off we go. Well, we've been to the things. Let's go to the Carchon residence.
Please do not finger the wires. They are high-tension titanium-coated wires, especially imported from Birmingham, in England.
This guy is
la-di-da.
either into art or wire, or both.
If they were to become freed, this superb piece of kinetic engineering would topple and fall. At the same time, the force of the recoil would take your eye out.
Sounds fun.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I am guarding the scene of a terrible and heinous crime.
Yeah, this statue. Tell me about it.
Au contraire, mademoiselle. This statue is a pure and visionary statement, a comment upon man's self-imposed isolation within a debased societal framework.
Not a crime, then.
The only crime you will find here is the murder of the great Monsieur Carchon.
No. How dramatic.
I know. Here in this very building, no less. It is top secret, but according to Carchon's wife, the killer was dressed as a mime. Police believe there was an accomplice, a young female journalist. Even as we speak, she is being hotly pursued up and down the land. No stone is being left unturned.
Good place to look for a journalist, officer.
We police are no fools.
Evidently.
Oh, well, let's have a look then.
How was Monsieur Carchon killed?
He was shot in cold blood with a gun.
Why was he dressed as a mime?
I have my own theory. Either he was mad, or he was a real mime, trying to throw us all off the scent by cunningly not wearing a disguise.
How long have you been in the police force?
All my life, mademoiselle.
It shows.
Thank you.
Okay.
You must be quite an aficionado of modern art.
Au contraire, I adore it.
Oh no,
in fact,
I lost my
dabble
hearing.
myself.
Oh, really? I used to dabble myself, but I managed to quit in the end.
So you're saying you're an addict?
Why would a man kill Monsieur Carchon?
He was a hired killer, I expect. Everybody knows mimes don't leave prints.
Okay, I had some questions, but you go ahead, mate. You go ahead.
Monsieur?
Mademoiselle?
I knew better than to show him a safe key.
No, you don't.
No.
Why not?
I'd be crazy. Ever see symbols like these?
Only at the bottom of a bottle, mademoiselle. Ha! You see what I did there? I
You're a
always find
funny
little humor
guy.
breaks the ice at a crime scene. Don't you agree?
Oh, let me just run away.
What do you think of my elephant?
A poor piece, to be honest. Derivative. Crude. Forget about it.
Oh, really? I was just wondering where I should stick it.
Somewhere that doesn't get much light?
That's just what I was thinking.
Okay.
What do you think of this boat ticket?
Mademoiselle, if you think taking me on a boat trip down the Seine is going to get me into bed with you, then you are mistaken. I have been trained to resist women offering boat tickets. And
How
men,
about plane
too.
tickets?
We are up to date on gender issues, you know.
Bear in mind, this is in the 90s, right? Or early 2000s. That's pretty progressive. Well done.
Ever seen anything like this?
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You have talent, my dear. This is clearly your medium.
No.
Yes.
Ever seen one of these?
Not since I was a boy. My father taught me how to whittle using a metal cylinder like that.
I bet that kept you quiet.
Indeed it did. I never talked to him again. He died before I finished.
Ooh. Sore subject.
Take a look at the shell case.
My God! This must be from the gun that killed him.
Are you sure? I think it is from an army field gun.
Ah, yes, of course. The size, that's the giveaway, isn't it?
Okay.
How would you like a nice air clip like this?
I must warn you, mademoiselle, that I have been trained to...
She's not coming on to you, mate.
Why would a mime kill?
He was a hired killer, I expect.
You must be quite...
Au contraire.
Oh, really? How was Mr...
He was shot.
Why was he dressed?
I have my own.
Oh.
Or...
How long?
All my...
It showed.
Thank you.
Alright, we've done that. We can't do anything with this just yet.
The smashed window hadn't been repaired yet. There was just a sheet of flimsy...
Okay, so we're good there. I don't see...
I'm sorry, mademoiselle. This is a crime scene, and I cannot permit you to pass
I'm going
beyond
to take a
this
screenshot
point.
of that. Oh, it's too late. Oh, okay. Alright, so there's nothing there. We can't go there yet. Maybe we can go back to the yeah. Yeah.
The door was locked.
Alright. I'll let you off this time, George. Well, that was quick.
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
Show him the heifer lump. Hang on then. Let's
That
speak to this old man
depends.
first.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story. Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flopage. Pah!
Okay.
There was
He
no
just
workman
won
at the
a
hole.
fortune on the horses, and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
Heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
The police had removed the body.
There's always a bottle. And that guy did say something about the bottle and the bottom of it.
Some journalists drink on... It was a brandy bottle.
Yeah, but I don't even noticed, but it's in good condition.
Oops. Stupid thing.
Oopsie daisies. Is there anything else here? I can't see anything. Pick up the bottle.
Some journalists drink...
Alright, I don't think there's anything here just yet.
Hey! What?
Oh, just checking the light for your photo?
Ah!
Hello?
Salut.
Yes?
Ooh,
I
there's
need
a
to
door.
take some more pictures.
Where is your house,
Of
mister?
course. My pleasure. Just give me a moment.
Mate.
Hello?
Yes?
Have the police finished with the crime scene?
What does it look like? I got orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh, I will. I'll go back. I'll go back in, and then you're gonna be sorry. Alright, I'll go
I
back
need
in.
to take some more pictures.
Of course. Just give me...
Alright, you get yourself sorted out, mate. Oh, you have to double click the glass stuff for the windows and the frames. Oh.
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
All right.
Behind the table were some damaged pipes.
And it's got the Templar cross on it.
Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch,
Now tampering with
was
evidence.
the cross
It's
symbol of Carchon's organization.
come on.
I was on the right track.
All right. That's a bit of information there. Okay, so I've got the thing with the thing.
On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization.
It's the Templars!
Inside the pouch were two items. A strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code.
Okay.
No. Another
yes.
coded message using this. So,
Oh, another one. Okay. Let's have a look. I think that one. And that one there, it's got to be N. That one there's got to be D. Okay, that one there is a Y because it's Yamada, is it before? Yeah, it was because of Amanda. That's how I remember. Where's the B? There it is. That one there has got to be an E. Got a feeling. No. There's a double letter there, so it's not what I thought it was. Let's have a look. Any problems on my side? Nope. Seems like the stream's okay here. That's a B. Hiya, Papa. That can't be right. Alright, H is not A that. Why? So what? No.
I had Pierre. This take Greg. I'd been right. I had D. Pierre. Full report to
Oh no,
follow.
and Yamada,
This
that's what I was
take
after.
Another.
Whoa, pop. Careful. And O is that one. There. D's got to be that one there. That's definitely Yamada, or Yamada, as we would say. So that would be a Y, and that would be that one there. And the little B is an M. I'm guessing that backwards C is going to be a from. Yep, that makes sense. Pardon me. Here, Papa. You're alright, darling. You're alright, darling. You're alright. You're good. Okay. I'm guessing that's an E still. N. Where are you? Not that one. Squiggly N. No, that ain't right. That's got to be Pierre. Ah, Plantard. Okay, we've got that one there. That's the wrong one. It's this one. And then backwards E. Okay. That one's got to be the I then. Squiggly in. There you are. Oh, little puppy. Yo, puppy. What's the matter? What's the matter? Nah. What's the matter? You're gonna be fluffy. You're the fluffy puppy. You're the fluffy puppy. You're the fluffy puppy. I know you need love too. I know you need a hug and a fluff. Yeah. You floofy. Yeah? You good? Nah. You milled it, okay. That's got to be a cafe. So that's got to be that one there. Maybe not. Alright, let's cut that one out. That's a W then. The weird squiggly W is actually a W. That's got to be a C, right? That backwards has got to be U. That's got to be an S. That could be there. That's got to be a... Oh, wait a minute. Squiggly one. It's going to be a V. It's going to be N. There we go.
Pierre Kill. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her, and for Canchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell a story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
Dun 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 dun. Okay, we've got both of them done. Is there anything else we can get here? No. Good, good, good. Alright, let's... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there is nothing else. Okay, it's gone. Let's go.
Hey! What? Well?
Camera.
Ah.
Well, this woman... Hello?
Salut.
Yes?
Look at my elephant.
Do you like this coffee?
It's the kind of thing you pick up for a couple of euros at Les Puces de Saint-Ouen.
That was just harsh.
Do you know Eric?
What do you think this is?
Would you like this hair clip?
What do you take me? Pervert?
Do you know this man?
He looks like a nasty piece of work. I had an uncle who was with the fascists, but we never talk about him.
What happened to him?
How should I know? We never talk about him.
So the body's been...
Acid.
Shit.
Are you...
He wouldn't be... Would you recognize this?
That is the key to a safe. A Warrener special, if I'm not mistaken.
Why do you still have that key? There's got to be a reason for it.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
It's a cipher.
What do you think I am? A plumber?
Do you recognize this?
It looks like a kid's puzzle piece.
Would you like to see this?
No.
No, get it away. Get it away.
He wouldn't be interested.
Welcome back, by the way. You didn't even ask him, did you?
You see this ticket?
Are you trying to bribe me?
No.
Oui.
I don't blame you, of course. Good-looking fella like me.
Jesus, you're so self-absorbed. Alright.
What do you think of my shell case?
Are you in the scrap business?
Of course not.
Pity. I've got some rubbish just...
Look at this secret message.
Very nice. But it's not secret now, is it? It's just a message.
He's so arrogant. You gotta like it. You gotta love it. Alright. I'll tell you what. Let's ignore that guy. He seems to be busy. Let's go into the creepy alleyway.
The pipes weren't going to help my investigation.
Yeah, you don't know that, do you, though? You don't know.
There might have been clues down there, but I was relieved I didn't have a sewer key.
I know somebody who does. Just give him a call. He'll help, I'm sure. Right, nothing else there. Nothing here.
I needed to take a closer look at the objects I'd found in
Alright.
The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie. The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie.
That's alright.
The strain had pointed...
Oh, we're back here again, are we? Okay. In you go. I like the fact that she's left it open as well. Do you have to do it again?
The slab was...
Oh, that's why you need all these bits again.
That wasn't going to happen. A door like that always has something in.
Aha!
Plantard's key fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too.
They all used it. Everybody.
A photograph had been torn up.
It's gonna be another puzzle, isn't it?
If I could just arrange...
I knew it. Huh.
Oh my god. It can't be.
It is. And you know it is. Okay. Perfect. So, mate, you go over there. I'm finding this part quite therapeutic, honestly. I don't know why. Got your face.
There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father.
Now, we need to get some tape on that.
Papa? Oh God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything. But not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Cachon while those murderers carried on with their evil work.
Fascists,
My
mate.
father,
Fascists.
grinning at the camera.
Or Templars.
I couldn't believe it. I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story, and that I really needed George.
Why? He's shown himself to be nothing but incompetent. Is your house going to explode? Oh no, it's George again.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
Yes.
Oui, no
s'il vous plaît.
Very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Death.
Thanks for telling me.
Funny,
what
actually.
Other flowers do you
When my
have?
mother died, there were lilies at her funeral.
What do they
the
signify?
Same.
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Not yet, anyway.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know? How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
So, I want to point this out as well. Her face there, it's like she's directly staring at George, right? But here, she's over the neck, you know, she's over her shoulder.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No,
Hope not.
It's for raising manhole covers.
Then why did you ask?
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Alright.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Oh no. She's gonna
Do you
die
know
soon.
a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from
That's what
me
it is.
in
Like,
the
what
upper
is this
block
thing?
across the street.
And the other one was
The door isn't
the manhole
but you'll need to
tool.
give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see. Because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fix it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Alright.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
Are you saying that I should date her? It sounds like a George thing to say.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
And they say pride is a sin, and she's French.
Have you seen anyone out
High
here
chance she's
watching
going to be
Mademoiselle
Catholic.
Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden. But I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with an hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Is there anything else? Because it seems like she's got a lot to dish on her.
Is there
so-
anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
There we go. That answers my question. Alright,
See you
George.
later.
That's right, monsieur, you will.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock. Hi.
Bonjour. I'm
Push
glad
it
you could
gently.
make it, monsieur.
Jesus.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
I'll take a seat. Thank you.
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
K-mate. That's a
Luck, she
K-mate
said.
situation, isn't
Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop this story. Can you believe it?
But you're not going to do that.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
it? Yes, exactly. Including you, George.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
It's gone really weird again, isn't it?
George.
Yeah, we'll talk
are you?
about this again.
Of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do.
The audio is all over the place in this game. I forgot about this.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Yeah, pup. You're right, sweetheart.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
That ain't grease, mate. That ain't grease.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh, no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
Yeah, it's a crescent, not a horseshoe, you dumbass. Stop it, George. Stop being George, George. Just
How
stop.
come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Okay.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend.
Floozy.
I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Yeah, Papa never preached. He was really straight to the...
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Oh, she will be. She will be. I'm making fun of you, George.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cachon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
I mean, could be both. You know, you've heard of artists. Monet, all that kind of dealing. Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, whatever you want to call him. You know, they were both famous after their death, so you never know. That could be a big break. We don't know. She agrees too. Alright, I think that's it.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
I'm sure you will. That's all.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. How's your girlfriend?
She's jumping to
not my
conclusions.
girlfriend.
Maybe not yet, but I see your paths entwined in the future.
I doubt it.
Do you know this person with the crescent moon / horseshoe /
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Oh, what a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
So you're into murderers?
See you later.
That's right, monsieur, you will.
Okay, what do we have? Police office, Rue Jarrier.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Back here again, no. Go away, George. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Oh, George. Leave her be. Nothing but a nuisance. But let's continue then. We've got the police office. We have the Café de Verre again. We have the Zé de Mon. Okay. Let's go to the cafe. No, don't talk to them. Nobody wants to talk to you, George.
Hello? Who is this? Mr.
Hey,
Todrick?
everyone has their own little thing, right? Murderers,
What now?
that might be hers. We don't know.
Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Tell me where I can find him and I'll leave you alone.
And if I don't,
I won't leave you alone.
I can't tell you anything unless you give me his name.
Satchel face. Don't know.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Todrick's just being honest. He's a good guy. He's he's keeping these identity of these people safe and secure. Data Protection Act. He's done a good job. Well, that is definitely screwed.
There was nothing of interest.
Nothing at all. All right. How about the window? You gonna break the pipe some more?
I decided I'd had enough of messing.
Another cat!
It smelled like someone had...
Yes, it smells exactly the same as it did before. C'est bon. Okay,
It was an... The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Use your teeth, mate. Use your teeth. Alright, we'll use the manhole cover. I'm not expecting anything to be down here, but you never know. Something might randomly crop up.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
George.
There was nothing of interest.
Alright. Let's have a quick check down here. You never know. Something might pique our interest. Might be the only way back up here, actually. I've got to speak to that guy again. So
Hi there, remember me? Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Yeah, Papa.
Who? The man in the sewer, of course.
The man in the sewer!
Sifting through the evidence.
You
Rather you than me, monsieur. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur.
C'est bon.
C'est bon. With a sense of humor.
Hello. Hello. Aww. Right, can I just talk to you again, mate?
Hi there, remember me?
Just spoke to him.
The man in the...
I'm...
So,
I take a lot...
Pardon me. Alright. So nothing at the cafe, just something. Literally nothing. Right, let's go to the police station then. Is that La Résidence? Ooh. Puppy.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please
Salut.
come in. Welcome. Leave the
Is that
mundane
Guybrush?
world behind. For in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Okay.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Yeah, but what does it mean to you? Answer that question.
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Grease paint, okay.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Okay.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face.
Yes,
He chose
it was a
2
crescent.
costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Oh. We've got a name now.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
We've got a name. We've got a name. We've got a person's name. Good. Let's get out of here.
Thanks for your help.
Might allow me to shake you by...
Huh?
It's going to be a buzzer, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it. What a jerk.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Yeah, it's always something simple, isn't it? It's always like a crescent or apparently a horseshoe, which would be more of a U shape. I don't want to say anything. You know, it's George. You might get offended. Or it's something silly, like a nick just below the eye. It's never anything like a burn or something, like a griddle mark. Never. Oh no!
It was an antique phonograph.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you want this buzzer back?
No, you keep it.
Okay, I can see it being quite handy. Haha!
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Khan.
Okay, Mr. Khan to you. Alright.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My...
Is there anything else in here? No. I haven't seen that yet. We should really get into playing that again at some point. Back in Nico's apartment. Hey, George!
Oh, hello.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer.
You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Right.
It's a gag.
That's a thigh slapper, isn't
Practical
it?
joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
You tell him,
I get
Nico.
the picture.
That's all.
I have to.
Okay.
There was a name, but apparently she doesn't need to know that yet. Okay. Some out, Pup Pup. Hey. You alright, darling? Do you want to go walking? We'll go walking soon, okay? What's the matter? What's the matter? She's giving me the look. I might have to go for a little walk with the pup. Oh, puppy. You're right. Yeah, you are. You're beautiful, puppy. You are. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the people that call you fat and ugly. You got a big fluffy puppy eyes, and you got a corgi bum. Everybody likes corgi bum. Yeah, they do. You're a fluffy puppy. Yeah. Mwah. All right. Let's go to the police. Oh, it's that guy again. Yeah, I think Nico needs to start locking her doors. You're right.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He
Khan!
bought a suit from me. Remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Mr. Clown? Mr. Clown? We got the clown, puppy. We got the clown. Yeah, she's getting really fussy. I'm gonna have to take her out. Be alright for a little bit longer, I think.
It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant.
Okay, let's talk to this mister.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
What do you suppose this tool is used for, Sergeant Moo?
It looks like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
It was with tools like this that the clown made his escape.
I don't understand.
He opened up the hole and disappeared into the bowels of the earth.
If you say so, monsieur.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Yes.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Oui.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
Dankeschön.
It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Eddie
Did he
Stobart.
say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
So he's got the right idea. What does he want?
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
But
I have been taken off the case.
what
Why?
about the murderer? The
He's
dead
like a
guy?
wizard, isn't it?
It
That's
is
why.
out of my hands.
You son of a...
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
Alright, how about Crescent Face?
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobard.
No.
So long, Inspector. I found this...
What were you doing down?
Fishing for clues. That's what...
You still insist you saw...
Of course. And this novel...
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Alright, but he's not on the case anyway, so what you're saying is just...
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Do it.
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
Aww.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way! This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his right cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
Right, so you've told him all that. But...
See you later, Sergeant.
No information is given. Alright, you can suck it, you can suck it. Let's try and call up some creepy guy. Or just call up Nico. Apparently I can't call anyone now. We have a hotel. But let's go back.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's you. Hello. What?
I have to...
Surely she'd be interested in the information you found. Because she's just as arrogant as everyone else. To the hotel. Oh, look at these guys. They're gangsters. Okay, well I can't go in there just yet, but... Japan, France, I think that's Norway. America,
Excuse me?
Germany, Belgium maybe.
That is not a good idea. Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. No, I don't.
Okay.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
See, that's another crime he's committing. Nuisance phone calls.
Do you recognize this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
Ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
Okay, mate.
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rats. Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Okay.
You ever meet a guy called Plantar?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's.
Ha! You're a funny guy, Stobart.
Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
Alright, then do
See you
one.
later.
Not if you see me first.
Alright, how about this looking guy here?
Excuse me. Yes? Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you, I don't know it.
what does this tool suggest to you?
Suggested tools. And hard labour. Oh my.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
Okay.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Okay.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No. That name means nothing to me.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No. I never saw him.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
Okay, well, you're both useless, so,
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello.
Oh,
What
hello.
can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, no, I don't know about that, darling, no.
I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
No, go away.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Oh, she's a dirty one. She's a dirty one.
Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Oh my.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
Okay, we've got Mr. Merlin. We've got our red nose.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
Aha!
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him.
Okay, she knows more than she should do.
Does this tissue mean
killer.
anything to you?
I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
Oh my.
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer on this dear lady.
Do it. I'm trying to click, but it won't let me.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Oh, she's tough. She's a tough one.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin.
Oh, she's just so dirty.
I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
All right.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Oh my, she's very sharp, isn't she? Rather sharp. With your tongue.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Oh, Crescent Face himself.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. You know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Oh, how convenient.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase.
I bet it did.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
Okay. Anything around that we can click on apart from the guy? No, let's talk to this guy as well. Right, Goose.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats to your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Have you seen a clown?
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
That's true, actually. It is actually kind of true. You need to have that, how can I put it? That strive in order to actually progress. And, you don't get that when you're comfortable.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
Oh.
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer?
Of course, amongst other things.
Okay.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Do you know this tool?
Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain
He seems so proud of being
Such technology
of having this tool.
fills me with wonder.
So proud of having this tool. Hey, you want to see my tool? Do you know what it's for yet? Do you know what it's for? You won't get it. You won't. It's for lifting manhole covers.
What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like heaven.
Okay, now come on.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
Duh.
Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
You're just a barrel of sunshine.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
I'll be taking that key. Yoink.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Oui.
What?
You were trying to steal that key, no?
No.
No way. There was no one registered under but the name in the book for room 22. I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I mean, some people do.
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
¿Por qué?
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Oh, you're a smart one, aren't you?
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
I already did.
Alors, you know I am telling the truth. May Saint Armand strike me down if I lie.
Okay. Do you know what this tool is?
What do you make of this tool?
So proud of his tool.
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I'm showing everyone literally
No,
everything.
monsieur.
I don't know why.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
I mean, it would be nice to have a plastic bag. Keep the evidence fresh and all that.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still... He was secretly concealing practical jokes so pure.
Oh, yeah. The man who calls himself Khan has a scar in his right cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I'd noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar. Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
Shake my hand and tell me what this
I'd like
tool
to retrieve
is.
something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more
Maybe that scar.
identification.
It's a unique one, that's why we can't see it. Alright.
What? I believe Khan, the man with the scar, is also known as Merlin, the man who has taken room 22.
What of it? What do you want?
Access to his room.
Do you have a license, monsieur?
Huh?
A private investigator's license?
Well, not exactly,
Don't
but I can
have
explain
that,
everything.
but I do
am
have.
Sorry, but without
It's mace
credentials,
in your eyes.
I cannot help.
I insist you give me the key to Merlin's room.
I cannot do that, monsieur.
This guy Merlin is a menace.
So you say, monsieur.
He's not only a danger to society, but to your guests as well. He has toyed with the affections of Lady Piermont.
Ciel! Are there no depths to which he will not sink?
Precisely.
Yeah, think about it.
He's already killed once, twice, maybe as many as 3 times. With
Maybe
your
as
help,
many times
I just
as
might
it
be able to
matters.
stop him.
But
Thrice.
what if he finds out I have helped you? No, I cannot do it.
That's just rude of you then, mate. And sort you out. I'll just take your key.
Hanging from a brass hook.
Hey,
Just looking.
What? You were?
No.
Alright. Well, I'm not a guest.
The door was locked. If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room. The sign on the door read... The door was... The sign on the...
Okay. So we've definitely got the right door. This is 21, that's 22, that's going to be 23. We can't do anything here right now. Let's leave the premises. Maybe... These might have something extra to say, we don't know, do we?
Hello again. This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Puppy. Alright, well you're being...
Thanks for your help.
Very
Goodbye.
unhelpful. So let's go speak to the bird.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you
Hello!
Did I show you this?
Yes.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Yes.
Oh no.
Won't be
It's
the first
key
one
to
he's
an
done.
Empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of?
Hmm.
It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape.
She is a
Now tell
floozy.
me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Yeah, we can be pretty arrogant.
I say, you there, flunky?
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewellery for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Run away! Before he comes back.
The door.
You know you've got the key, George. Just open the
Maybe
door.
it wasn't the right room.
Right, what we got? We've got a television, bedside cabinet, got a window.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Seems to be surprised by that fact. Alright.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Right. See if there's anything on the table. Nope. Out you go, mate. And you want to go that way. The window apparently is open already.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
All right.
It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Okay, so a quick check. Oh, there, it's now open. Good.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Sure he has been. Sure, mate. George, you're just being slacky. That's what you're doing. Nothing but a slacker.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture. The closet was a...
All right. Check again. Check again, George.
The bed was...
I can clearly see something's there, but...
The closet was a...
So, Mandark, if you're still there, am I meant to be doing something here?
It was Khan. I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Just that, I guess.
As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed. But this guy was a killer, and I didn't want any surprises. He left his checkered pants on the bed. I had that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm pants. The pocket was empty. There was nothing in the pocket. A strip along the side seam of the pants had been unpicked, then sewn back up with strong
Use a tool, it does everything.
I couldn't do that. A strip along the side, then sewn back. I flipped the pants over. I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. But as I pulled it from the pocket, a strong thread came with it. A thread with a metal tag on the end. I found nothing in the...
Okay.
I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the pants. It was like pulling out a ripcord.
Turn them over.
I turned the pants over.
There you go.
I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. The pocket...
Let's double check, triple check, quadruple check.
Over again. The pocket was... I found nothing.
Okay. Then we're good. Let's get out of here. In you go, mate.
What now, Miss?
Do you
That is the...
Correct.
May I ask...
Would you believe it was...
No, monsieur. If we had a ghost...
I suppose...
Notice, since you are so determined...
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want the key back?
No. You keep it until you finish playing detectives.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Does this pass...
That is monsieur...
That's right. I want to see what he's left.
Impossible.
You're making a big...
Maybe a
Positive.
Okay, so we need to get into that safe then.
Hello again. This is a photo...
That...
You've already asked him a billion times.
Do you recognize this key?
No, I do not.
Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't.
Alright, well you're just a useless
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
This is the key to room...
That's next to the room taken.
Yes.
Really? How convenient.
Maybe it was my imagination, but I had an uncomfortable feeling about this situation.
Yeah. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has 1,000,000 faces.
Nay, billion.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
A little bit like Hyacinth, yeah. Bouquet. Bouquet.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but...
What's the problem?
He isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him.
The law!
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, we've got some decent items now. Good, good, good. Madame Piermont, wait a minute. Give her a big sloppy kiss.
Hi, ma'am.
Mwah.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
This is what Merlin was so keen to hide.
Really? Well, that's fast for a sample of wallpaper.
It's some kind of manuscript, and it looks to be very old.
If I was you, I'd keep it well out of sight until you're clear of this place.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I could roll it up and put it down my pants.
No, that wouldn't do at all. You'd attract far too much attention.
I think we should leave. Off we go.
I couldn't leave the hotel with the manuscript. It was probably with those thugs. Hello again. Have you ever seen... You know what it is.
You are in great danger. Put the manuscript back and leave here.
What's going on?
I can say no more.
Alright, I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll go up.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
We'll go upstairs. I should be able to go in here now without the key, right? Yeah. Can we go down? Yes, we
The
can.
cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard. The cobbles of...
Use the tool, George!
I resisted a...
Do we have anything we can throw down? Wait a minute. Can I... Why do it here?
It was the ancient...
Okay, so I can't leave here. Trying, but I can't...
The cobble...
I can't do the backflips.
The cobbles of...
They look very hard, but we've got nothing to kind of soften your fall, mate.
I resist...
What now, Miss?
Do you want this manuscript back?
After all...
Did I show you this path?
Oui, monsieur.
Oh, do we have to talk to her again? Is she going to be nice enough to cause a scene?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Did I show you...
Yeah.
Alright, so nothing from her.
I couldn't leave the hotel with the manuscript. It was probably what those thugs were...
I'm trying to leave the thing with the thing with the thing with the guy and the... Alright, so I'm having to trust the wind won't blow them away. A la Monkey Island style.
I knew this was no way, but I couldn't...
Bye! Thank you, Mandark. Now we can just chill out on the way home, you know?
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh.
Blah.
Well, alright.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Randir, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flesh.
Alright, we just go back here then, where I went right in the beginning. Why do birds
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's.
Back in Nico's apartment again.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, Josh.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone.
The audio's changed again.
Yeah, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
It just changes instantly, and it's like, I'm not, and then... Come on, game.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times, warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his scrolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
Yeah, I understand that one. I really do. Yeah, he's back in the shed, as is Nico as well. I don't know what's going on. I think it was just... They must have forgot to record some lines or something.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue. A name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it? A credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Hans Gruber!
Never heard of
No!
him or the company.
Alright, last one is a manuscript.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah, maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their
Yes.
official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Damn you!
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after.
Yes.
Maybe this manuscript is the key.
The name of the game, The Shadow of the Templars, does insinuate this, doesn't it?
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Alright. Got an orb.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinum mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Okay, how about this guy? Nothing.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Okay.
There's a guy between...
Done that one.
Look there.
Okay.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place,
Ooh la
I
la.
reckon. Somewhere
Where folk...
it beats copper boxes. Let's face it, we need someone who knows.
Who do you suggest?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies.
Of course you do.
His name is Lobino.
Huh.
Lobino.
Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the address.
Alright.
Are you sure you...
Positive.
Let's take another...
Last one is
There's
here.
a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Okay. I think that's it. Let's have a quick check. There might be something else I'm missing, which is actually very possible because it's me we're talking about. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
There's a guy.
What? Am I locked in limbo? Oh, hey, yo, hey. Oh, my eyes. There we are.
Look.
There's a between.
Okay, we're done.
I have to go.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
What do you want now?
Would you like to shake my hand?
Do it.
I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
Oh, she's boring.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, but I can tell you one thing. There's no such place as the Club à la Moute in Paris.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about this security?
I can tell it.
How come?
Give me some credit. If you're an electrician, I'll eat my antirhythms.
You're a remarkably talented lady.
All right.
See you later.
That's right.
So, we've been to most places. We could go back to the police station. I don't think that's going to have any more hints. Let's go. I guess the old man could have. I guess.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
That's just rude. Come say hi.
Does this matchbook mean anything?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
That is not a good... I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Is Rosso here?
Yes?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
I don't really want to, but, you know, while he's here, you might as well say aye, you know.
It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Mr. Stobart.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
Now.
Do you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school. Flap is a nasty piece of work, but Guido is the real brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them out front of the Hotel Ubu.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers? But of course, monsieur. Their fame is widespread throughout France. We haven't forgotten them, unlike the rest of Europe.
It was the King of France who persecuted them, though.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, the man was real twitchy. You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of chivalry.
Not everyone would share your views, Inspector.
Not everyone shares my passion for Bartok.
But if the Templars were as honorable as...
That's enough. I do not wish to hear your uninformed opinions, Stobart.
Why do you get so wound up about the Knights Templar? They've been dead for centuries. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Maybe his ancestors were Templars. Whatever. I saw the anger flare in his eyes like a distant summer thunderstorm.
The Templars were the first true internationalists. 800 years on, and still the world is fragmented by nationalistic flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
No. No, I won't.
So long, Inspector.
All right, I think that's it.
See you later, Sergeant.
So we've got police office place done. I don't really want to go back. Okay, we've got the museum, I suppose. You know what, I might leave that until next time. I need the toilet and I need to get the dog out and I need to eat something for dinner and it's already 9 o'clock, so I need to get myself sorted out really. So thank you for watching, whoever has done, and thank you Manduck, of course, keep me company. Hopefully we'll continue this next time. Let me just save it actually. Okay. 1 second. Okay, we're about 32% in. Nice, nice. So yes, I'll say thank you very much, and we will continue at the museum. Please remind me where we are and what I've got to do. But I'm sure it won't be too difficult. This game seems pretty linear in comparison to Monkey Island, which is good. Saves me using all of my brain power and having a stroke while I'm at it. Anyway, till next time, adieu. Bye.